So we got a new edition on live.20pods.com on the day of the live stream experience. This was published during the pre-show, and it was the inside lyrics section of the site. Now, I experimented with this a little bit after the live stream, and I've never talked about it on the channel. There are rumors and speculation that the live.20pods.com site will be leaving us soon, because if you go to the merch section of the website, you go to the 21 Pilot store instead of the control panels. So I figured we better take a moment and explore this website while we can before it inevitably disappears. So let's go ahead and do it. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, I hope you're having a really good day today, whether you're watching this in the morning, afternoon, or night. I hope your day is going fantastic so far. Well, anyway, I think it's time that we just switch over to the actual screen recorder and do a deep dive within the live.torontopods.com site. Anyway, here we are. And this is how the website opens. Now, I didn't stop it right here because if you go into load the site, it will start to screen record, just start to turn. And yeah, this is pretty trippy. You can see it's we're in this labyrinth sort of thing. We see trash right here, but we also see the outside. It is trippy. You can see stairs going somewhere at the top there, and it is a massive room. And if we turn around, you see that there are words. These are actually lyrics, because if we zoom out, we can read. And I just want you to know, have you lost your footing too? These are the lyrics for Saturday. And as we go through the whole website, we just get these lyrics, because when it said inside the lyrics, I didn't thought it meant this. I thought we were going to get what Tyler was thinking as he was writing this, not this staircase going down to this dark room sort of thing. That it's pretty interesting. So where to start? Well, you can see your room options. You can click on certain things, we can click on trash, for example, and again, it does this rotating thing that always does. And weirdly enough, it always starts you zoomed in. So if we zoom out, we are good. So let's take a look here, see our little buddy Trash, and we can see that on him are the lyrics for Choker. Now if we zoom in here, we do get a little bit of zoomed out fuzziness, and we can't really read what it says. I would love to know these crossed out sections right in here. So I think it might be cool if we screenshotted these and unblurred them somehow, in Canva. But you can see the Choker outro rap right here, a silhouette that you can barely see as a shadow can't catch the ground upon the ground, where you will eventually lay forever, but the day goes on, the sun moves behind you. You get taller, bolder, stronger, and the rear view only blinds you. And we can see that there are two colors of tape. We see Bandito yellow and Psy pink up here, which is right beside our control room button. So, and from here, it's just, let's see what happens when we click on stuff. Literally, that is it. So if we click on this little door over here, we get to this room, and you see on the wall, we get the lyrics for Never Take It. We get a lot of crossed out stuff here. Lots of crossed out stuff. And the labyrinth continues. Look at these stairs. These stairs are floating in the air. And we get down here, the paper, the lyrics for No Chances. And these ones we can actually read, which is super cool. So, flamethrower is one of these. Flip-flop. The flip-flop is going to be there. It looks like coming at you right there. And it's just cool to see all these crossed out lyrics, and choruses and verses. And it's kind of an insight of how Tyler writes stuff, which I think is pretty cool. Where did we even come from? How did we even get up here? Can I click at the bottom of this? Nope. Also, if you click on the wrong thing, it zooms you in dramatically. So this site sometimes does give me a little stomach ache from motion sickness. So that is a fun little thing right there. Let's click on this room right over here. And okay, so we see well, it looks like it could be a way out. We see windows right up here. And it's just very confusing sort of thing. Oh, the keep your sunny days mug. That is fun. Spray painted on the wall, inside pink. And here we get the lyrics for Good Day. A lot of crossed out stuff. Like we get the chorus from here. I'm alright, would just say you depend on the weather, my sunshine, a buzz, a light. And yeah, now I saw something that there was a secret Josh Dunn, but however, I think that was photoshopped because it was right above this right here. It says Josh Dunn scribbled out, and I'm thinking about the image now, and it did look pretty fake. But it's like the verse number 1 is fine. Verse number 2 is written correct, like not correctly, but like there was no edits made to it. And we see the outside right there. Can we click on it? Oh yes, we can. Oh, that looks like a lot of bugs. That's great. Let's zoom out of there. Oh, you can barely read anything. I'm on the outside, and like you can't zoom into like this section over here. Like that is the closest you can zoom in at. Oh boy, the zoom in is very finicky. But there's a lot of crossed out lyrics here, and I'm very curious what those are. Because apparently this is also the outro to Outside isn't in these CDs as well. So, can we go outside? Nope, we just get horrible zoom in. Okay, that's fine. We also get like an E over here. Huh. Alright. So now we get these set of stairs. So let's go down them, shall we? Oh, we get like this little hole, and we can see right here, bounce man. We get Mexico. Yeah, I told you all along. It is Bounce Man, and there is no way out except for down. So this is what the site is. We are looking at the perspective of how these lyrics are written, as Tyler has been trapped inside this prison of Dima. Dima kept him hostage within their walls, within this prison, and it's a find your way out sort of thing. And I'll explain why later. So like a lot of times on this website, we come back to this room right here. No, we can't go out using up. There's only one way out, and that is down. We can only go down. We can only explore different routes. For example, let's go back and let's go through this room right over here, if it will let me. All right, cool. So we see once again we are surrounded by these bugs sort of thing, and oh boy, there's one right now. It looks like a little cockroach. Oh, palladium, you say? Okay. And we get from here, we get the lyrics to Mulberry Street, which is fun. Crossed out lyric. You'll float down a road in my head, I believe is what it says. And then from there, we can do a couple of things. My favorite thing is that we can actually go up, and we can see lyrics here. Now, I don't know what any of this says. It is very far away. I personally think that this is Formidable, because a lot of people have a hard time finding Formidable on the sites. And yeah, I don't know what this is. It's interesting. But like you can see, oh boy, we were surrounded by those bugs. So now we can go through these two walls right over here, and one of them leads to this room. Now, before you ask, if we go to the outside over here, there is no way we can go down these set of stairs over here. There's no way we can go to this side of the room at all. It is impossible. We can only go either back or down the stairs. We actually found a way back to trash right here. Let's see if we can go up into this room right up here. Takes you back to this room. You see, it is a whole entire labyrinth. Just a complete circle we are making. Let's go back to this room one more time. Let's go to this wall. And we get this room right here. Now we see a whole bunch of pink. We see a whole bunch of blue. We see a whole bunch of yellow. A whole bunch of papers. Now what are these papers? Redecorate. And it's... yes. It's a lot. Then he started at the bottle, or shared at the bottle. When she changed her clothing, she was only words, and she felt like she could never be forgiven. So she basically it's so hard to read these just because they are so blurred in. I'm trying my best. Apparently the original name of this title was Display, because it was right where there and it was crossed out. And so, and like all these songs are redecorates. They're all redecorates. Now from there we can do several things. I believe we can go through this wall here. Let's do it. Because the bottom hole takes you to... I've never been in this room. Legitimately, I have never been to this room. Here's Never Take It Again in all of its glory. I've never been in this room. I thought that was just the Never Take It we saw earlier. Okay. That... huh. The things we find out together. Let's see if we can click on anything, because... if, we made it back to this room. Well, there's one way out of here. Through the bounce man hole. Let's go back through. Let's go up here. Again. How do we get to there? Did we get through? Yep, alright. That's that. Let's go back here. Like, it's such a long labyrinth site. Alright, so now let's go through this hole right here. You get the staircase. Any guesses what this staircase is? I'll give you a hint. The word modesty is right here. That's right. It is shy away written on these walls. And of course, that is the way we came. The outside is always taunting you. We can't go forward. We can't go through this door over here. We can't go up. We can't go around. We can only go down. What's down? Our favorite room, down to the bounce man hole. And that's the whole thing with this website, is that it takes you, no matter what you do, it takes you to the same place every time. We go through the hole over here, you get to Never Take It. Is there a way we can go down? There is absolutely not. Like, we can't get back to where we were for Never Take It. But if so my whole theory when it comes to the site is that, as I mentioned before, it is the prison underneath of Dima, where the 9 sectors are, right in the middle of Dima. This is directly underneath. We are underneath some sort of church-like thing where there is no escape. There's no way out at all. I was gonna say there's one way out, but I cannot find a way out of here. It is a complete cycle, and Tyler just took chalk, and apparently unlimited supply of chalk, whether it be pink or white, and he wrote down lyrics in prison, in this prison of Dima. And there's enough light on the outside to taunt you and make you go crazy because you want to find this exit from there. But every time you try to exit, you enter the bounce man area, only to keep going down the circle and starting over again in this complete cycle. And even the room with Redecorate, there is a window. You can't escape it. And there's only one path we didn't discuss, and that was going down the hole, which takes you the Bounce Man. Bounce Man is the end game. It's The end. And kind of deep. And boy, the site is trippy. And yeah. So there was the live.toiletpods.com/inside the lyrics website. Very trippy. Very cool experience to have, and like a very cool thing to look at, especially when you put the things together of like Tyler wrote this in prison. It's prison underneath this church or this big building underneath Dima, which is why, and the fact that if you try to leave, you can't. You are forced in here. You have to stay forever, basically, and it's a fun time. But anyway, guys, that is it for today's video, and yeah, that was it. And I'm glad we got to cover it before it eventually disappears. And it's gonna suck when it disappears. It's gonna suck when this in the live.toiletpods.com console site disappears, mainly because like I and many people now have such a strong connection with it. It's gonna suck when it goes away. It's really going to suck, and I hope it never goes away. I hope it stays and doesn't take us to another site like the level of concern stuff where you got to put in codes. I hope that's not. I hope that they don't make it like that, where it's like, here's details. But anyway, guys, I will see you later. Goodbye, good night, but more importantly, have a good day. See you later.